What's good, Green Thumbs? John, Ben, and Amelia here, and this is the Johnny Learns Gardening YouTube channel. In today's episode, I'm going to be doing some work, some garden cleanup, some prep for the upcoming season. Enjoy the show, and thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like and leave a comment. All right, guys, let's do it. So, I did a thing today, and from a previous episode, you know that when I say I do a thing, that means I spent a little bit of money, and my whole thing is trying to not spend any money, but I need to get things started. So it was about $150 at Lowe's. They were $2 each for a bag of mulch. I bought 4 bags. I bought some garden stakes because I need to put some fencing around the new bed. I bought a long garden stake because I got a new grape plant that I want to plant, and I'm not sure about the one that I destroyed. So I don't know if it's really destroyed or if a stem just broke off. So I'm just going to give it a chance and see what happens. And I do have some other things to plant. So I did buy some potting soil. What else did I buy? That's about it. So all of that. Oh, I got some other stuff too. Some pond stones and some lava rock. But yeah. Found a worm. Gonna throw him in the worm bin. So out of 4 bags of mulch, this is what the job looks like so far. Take advantage of their sale. I need to buy more. It was $2 per bag for that mulch, this mulch. How do I look on the camera? Do I look good? You want to hold it? It's got to stand. You don't need to hold it. So obviously I'm going to have to go back to Lowe's to get some more bags of mulch, but things are coming along. All right, so I bought this bag of pond rocks to add to my pond. And Benjamin here and Amelia there both rinsed it off. Snickers, back up.
Snickers.
Do not fall in there. You're too small and you don't swim.
Come on, buddy.
So now we're going to add the pond rocks into the pond. Hold it steady. All right. Got Amelia doing camera duty.
Dad, I found a gorgeous one.
You found a gorgeous one?
This
Cool.
One. Can I throw it in there?
I don't want leaves and other stuff in here.
Dad, can I throw some in there?
Sure.
Like deep in there? Ooh, that's a big jump.
Okay. Hey, I want it along the edges.
Really?
Mhm.
Snickers back. No. I see a gorgeous one.
A gorgeous.
I found a gorgeous one.
Get out of here, dog.
Dad, do you see this gorgeous one?
Are you still recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gorgeous one. I have a no.
Relax, guys.
Gorgeous
It's you're being filmed. Are you gonna help put in the rocks or what? Okay, either record or help put in rocks.
I'm recording.
And okay, then record. Don't drop my phone in the pond.
I found a little gorgeous one.
A little gorgeous one.
Look at it. That's gross. Okay. Dad, I kissed him nice little gorgeous one.
You kissed one?
Uh-huh.
Why?
Because I love it. Back him away.
Get out of here, dog.
Why can't you not just put him inside? If he falls, you're getting him. I need help.
You need help?
Uh-huh.
Are you recording it good?
No,
All right.
no. See that? Why can't you not just put the Snickers inside?
Because he's a part of this family too.
Well,
He wants to be.
I don't want him to fall in the pond.
I don't want him to fall in the pond either.
Then put him in the house. If you don't want him,
He's not gonna fall in the pond.
Or just one. I got it. It's mine. The worst one.
Why are you stealing my rocks?
Oh, nice catch. I found a gorgeous one. I found the. Oh my gosh! I found the white one. You know what color is this?
I'm not your sister. Okay, hold. Okay, when you record, make sure you hold it still. Okay. And then, it's okay to cut.
Yeah.
Be careful, Ben. I don't want you to fall in either.
Again, we are still putting the rocks in is it cold?
Huh?
Is it cold in there?
Probably.
Get out of there. My dog. I see this big one.
No. Leave it there, man.
I need help throwing them in. Yeah, did you saw me doing a nice shot?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Okay, you're fired.
Oh my god, I see what I'm doing.
Oh my
I
god.
found just some.
Birds.
I throw it at it.
You throwed it at what?
I throw the rock at the bird.
You did?
Uh-huh.
Why?
Because I don't like birds.
You don't like birds?
Uh-uh.
What did birds ever do to you? Okay, guys, we're not trying to splash the water. We're just trying to make it look pretty. Be careful, Ben. Don't fall in.
Okay. It's done. Yeah, that pet store was fun.
That what?
The pet store was fun.
The pet store was fun?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm glad you had fun. What did we see when we were at the pet store?
Lizards.
We saw lizards.
Uh-huh.
What else did we see?
Birds.
Birds.
Fish.
Fish.
And turtles.
And turtles.
And toys.
And toys.
And all the things that we saw.
That's it?
Uh-huh.
You sure?
Like we found guinea pigs.
You found guinea pigs?
Uh-huh. Yeah, did you always want a guinea pig?
Not really.
But I know guinea pigs.
Do you?
Uh-huh.
Why?
Because they're so cute.
They are?
Uh-huh.
Says who?
Yes.
And here we are cleaning off some lava rocks.
Why are you pulling them out?
I'm rinsing them.
They're soft.
Okay, just hold it in there. You don't have to move it around.
My job to do it then. But I need to do that. Oh, that's a big one. I never seen that one. After this, can we dump the lava rocks out?
No.
Why?
I put it in there so that we don't have to dump them out. So, why I have lava rocks, I heard or I just saw a video that because they're porous, they can inoculate and host some beneficial bacteria to help keep the pond water clear. Look at this guy. He was just rolling around in my mulch. Zoom. Hey, you're messing up your clothes. What are you doing? Get out of there.
You can water it then.
So, this is what we've accomplished. The kids and I rinsed the rocks and lava rocks and tried to make a rock wall, and they just keep falling in. So I kept telling them to stop dropping it in the water, and they keep saying, why? And I said, what's the point of me digging out the dirt if you're just going to fill it back up with rocks? We need to save room for the water and the fish. But anyway, where do we go? We went to Petco today, and I saw a battery-operated pump. It said emergency on it, so I don't know if it's something reliable. I know that I need to get some kind of aeration in there. I want to get some type of filtration system, but I also don't want to wire a power cord all the way over here. I'm in the very, very back of my backyard. I'm pretty much the furthest away from my house that I could get. So anyway, I'm gonna do some more research. I saw some solar powered ones on Amazon, but we'll see what I can come up with. Tried to talk to people, but they don't really help. So anyway, this is not it for today. We are going to go back to Lowe's to buy some more mulch so that I can finish this off. But I will admit, looks a lot better. Good morning, everyone. Today is Sunday, April 13th. It is the day before the 1 year anniversary of the very first video that I posted on YouTube. So I really want to get this garden cleanup video finished. So that is the priority. This is everything that I got finished yesterday. Just remulched. That could use some smoothing around. But I bought a few more bags. And yeah, definitely looks a lot better. So I bought this fence, but I had this left over, and I thought that I could make it. I could not. It stops about right here. This is the pond. That's the top of the tire that I cut off, and that's what we got going on so far. I have a few things that I really want to get in the ground or planted, so I just added some leaves into these pots. I moved the blueberry over here, and I started to put leaves in here. But that's also why I got the potting soil. The goal today is to clean out the beds, get all these leaves out of here, as well as the worm bins. And I'm going to test my soil. I bought a test kit, and I guess I need to figure out how it works and what it will tell me. I don't really know what I was expecting when I was mulching with the leaves over the winter. I was kind of expecting the bed to be, a little bit more full, and it was. But just from memory alone, the soil is significantly better than what I remember last spring was. And I can see all the worm cocoons in here. So that's cool. A lot of spiders. But yeah, I feel like this is a good, strong start. So awesome. But I do plan to top it off with some more peat moss. That's why I got the peat moss and some other stuff. So sweetness. Should I test it now before I add some stuff to it, or should I wait till it's all done? Why not do both? So this is a soil tester that I got from Temu. It tests the acidity, the wetness, dampness, whatever, moisture level, and light. Okay, so it didn't come with really any other directions than what's on, but for moisture, push switch to the left, soil pH, push switch to the right. Let's do the pH. A pH reading over than 7 is alkaline, a reading less than 7 is acidic. Most indoor plants prefer slightly acidic soil with the pH between 6.5 and 7. Soil that is highly alkaline will cause the leaves to lose their color and stunt the growth. All right, well, I have it on pH. Do not force it into very hard soil or touch objects since it will be easy to damage the probe. Do not use it to test pure water or other liquids. It can only be used to measure soil. Do not leave the meter in the soil for a long time. Please wipe and clean the probe after each use. If the soil is too dry, the indicator will not move, and water it before testing. Well, I have it set to pH. Let's stick it in. Doesn't say how deep, so it doesn't say how long to leave it in. Was I supposed to press a button? All right, well, it's been in for 5 seconds or so. What does it say? If this is right, then I guess it's pretty alkaline. I'm kind of doubting whether or not it's right. So anyway, well, according to this, it has an pH of 8. So I guess it's very alkaline. All right, wish I thought about it sooner, but a little bit of time management. So these are the reasons why I want to get things started right away. I don't want them sitting down in my basement for too much longer. So the kiwi was looking pretty good, but it's been down there for a couple weeks, and now it's not starting to look so good. No experience with kiwi, but saw that it was like a vine, so I have to plant it somewhere near something it can climb. Raspberry, I hear, can get pretty crazy, so I don't know. I'm just gonna put them all in containers. The grape here is why I wanted to, or it's why I bought that other long post. And the blueberries, it looks good, still green, but yeah, I want to get that in one of those big pots. And then strawberry, I'm very excited for. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to get things started. So I will go ahead and show you what I do for that. I filled this bucket up halfway yesterday, the day before, whenever, so that I'll give the chance for the chlorine to expire or evaporate. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the grapes. I do have videos from the past where I talked about it. One of the things is to let it soak for a couple hours before you plant it. So, in addition to rehydrating it, I need to also prepare the ground of where it is I intend to plant it. Yeah, it looks really dry. Let's not waste this. All right, so this is what it looks like. Very dry. Hopefully this works out, man. I did just see a video by the MI Gardener, and he was talking about how these types of things from the big box stores are garbage. So hopefully he's wrong, and even if he's not wrong, his main message was supporting local. But it's where I saw it, it's where I bought it, so it's what I'm using. Just letting that soak in the water. All right, I'm about to throw this box away. So for future reference, this is a Himrod grape. Um, Plant in well-drained soil in full sun. Grapes require pruning and adapt well to many different shapes and forms. Ornamental trellises, arbors, or fences may be used to support your crop. Space plants 8 to 10 feet away. Dig a hole 2 times the width of the root ball in loosened garden soil. Remove plant from packaging and lightly loosen the bottom of the root ball to release the roots as you set it in place in the hole. Set the plant in place so the crown part of the plant where the root meets the stem is about 1 to 2 inches below the soil surface. Cover with soil to the original soil surface and water thoroughly. Grapes need a support system, training, regular spraying, and regular pruning to maximize fruit production. I did not press the record button, but that's fine. I got a second bucket going, and I wanted to rehydrate the strawberry. So it's Ozark Beauty. Anything I need to read on the back: plant in well-drained soil in full sun. This hardy, vigorous, ever-bearing plant produces large red berries with mouth-watering flavor. The most common method for planting strawberries is in the matted row system. Set your new plants 8 to 12 inches apart in rows 3 to 4 feet apart. Be careful to keep the crown just at the soil surface. Do not plant too deep or they might rot. Water well at time of planting and continue irrigation through September as drought stress will affect harvest. Fertilize if necessary. Remove flowers the first 2 months so that plants produce more runners. So my plan is to plant it in some of them hanging pots and make some type of vertical gardening strawberry thing. So we'll see how this goes. But for now, let's start the rehydrating process. Out of the box has all this stuff. Yes, water. Be right back. I don't want to waste this stuff, so I'm going to put it in the garden bed. All right, so that's what it looks like out of the package. I dumped the peat or whatever that was in the garden bed, and it comes rubber banded. I don't know if I should cut the rubber band before I hydrate it or leave it in there. Decisions. Let's go ahead and cut the rubber band before I throw it in the water. Recording. So I cut the rubber band off, and it has multiple stems. So I'm going to let Ben just go ahead and drop this in the water. I don't know if I should separate these or if this is just one thing, but either way, we'll figure it out. Here you go, Benny. Put that in the water, please. Gently, just place it in the water. Beautiful, just like that. All right. So I got grapes and strawberries rehydrating. Back to cleaning. All right. So I brought my big bag of perlite out, and I'm going to have young Benjamin here just spread some in the new bed. Go ahead, Ben. And this is bag number 2. All right, so this is the bed where I did not winterize it in the past, but I did this time. So let's see how things turned out. Definitely a lot looser than what I remember. And let's test the pH. Just go ahead and stick that in. What do you want to show me? What do you want to show me? Go! All right, good job, Benny boy. Okay, you got wet again? Oh my goodness. Prize head lettuce. Move on over. Broccoli. Come on down. Black seeded Simpson. Come on down. Very excited to get you guys in the ground. The only thing coming out of here is some red stuff. There's a little green thing over there, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. My root vegetables are not looking so great. This is my end garden worm bin. All right, soil tester has been in the ground for maybe 5 minutes or so, and it is still saying that my soil is alkaline. So if this is correct, I don't know. It's between 7 and 8. So yeah. Yeah. She's not the Captain America one. Oh, one day you guys will learn how to share with each other. Why don't you guys play with each other? Ever thought of that? Ugh. It's the compost pile. All right, well, I guess I'm supposed to cut off those plants. What are those? Were those my beans, my tomatoes, whatever they were? I was told to leave them in so that the worms could eat the roots and it aerates the soil. But I made a short in the past, and I was asking people whether or not I should turn the soil because, yes, over the years I've learned different things. And the first couple years, I was supposedly supposed to turn the soil. And since I didn't after the first year, I'm wondering if it's worth it to start it now. But yeah, this was the first time that I used the leaf mulch over the winter, and there's definitely a huge difference in moisture levels. Go ahead and yeah, it's not packed in tight. I feel like I could work with that. So cool. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and not turn it, but at least break it up. So I will do that. All right, just snipping these off. Now I do plan to add some more stuff to kind of top it off. It's not very level. I guess the question is, do I add the stuff and then turn it, or turn it first and then add the stuff? I don't know. There's so many things. I probably overthink things. So I'm going to turn it and then add whatever it is I'm going to add. So this is all I'm going to use to turn it. Just kind of stick it in, lift it up, give it a little wiggle. Can you see that? No. Stick it in, lift it up, give it a little wiggle. So that kind of loosens it up. Stick it in. And this is, like I said, a good opportunity to get rid of any weeds. Speaking of weeds, at the end of last season, I was noticing I was getting some, well, I didn't know what they were. But upon my research, I discovered that there's a lot of worms in here. That's awesome. I discovered that they were Creeping Charlie. And apparently, Creeping Charlie is very difficult to get rid of. So basically, all I'm trying to say is that I think putting the leaves down over the winter prevented them from spreading any further and killed whatever I had off. There's lots of worms in here, guys. Well, you gotta come over here and see.
Dad, I want to cook one.
No, you leave them there.
Why?
Because they're for the garden.
I want to hold one.
You want to hold one?
Yeah. Me too.
You too?
Dad, did you hear me whistle?
I did hear you whistle. Here's a baby one. Little teeny tiny baby.
I have a little baby one.
You want one?
This one.
Here's a big boy. Ooh.
She's a little boy. Hello. Oh,
Where'd you drop him?
right there.
Okay. Oh ho 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 ho.
She pooped on me.
No, it's not poop, it's dirt.
Still pooped on me.
You love worms? Oh, good.
Dad,
Yeah.
the worms don't have face.
Not really. Do you see one? Do you see a face?
Well, the part that wiggles the most is probably its face.
The part that wiggles the most is probably its face. Maybe. Keep still, little worm.
I'm going into a worm.
They're probably like, why are you bothering us, dude? We're just trying to eat in peace. Sorry, guys. Where's Snickers? By the wet house? By the LOL house? All right, well. You threw it in there? Okay. Lots of life in here. See lots of worms, spiders. You want to hold a big one? Yep. What?
Is there spiders?
There are spiders.
Why?
Why are there spiders? They're here to eat the bugs. That's what spiders do.
Do they like biting people?
Not really.
Why?
Why don't they like biting people? I don't know. Because people smash them. Here.
Is it wiggly?
It's pretty wiggly.
I'm holding a big one, sister.
All right, everybody. Ben wants to show you what he found. The camera's right there. Come over here.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. What is it? What is it?
I found.
That is a worm you founded?
Uh-huh.
All right.
I actually
Way to go.
I actually found it for him. He's just saying.
You're such a good older sister.
But
Is that right?
Yes. Where's the shovel?
All right. This is where I put the new posts, and this is where I'm going to plant the new grape leaf or grape plant. So I'm just preparing the hole. Look at what? Snickers on the trampoline? Snickers is playing with you? Oh, thank goodness. Stuff really runs your batteries down. Got to put it back on the charger, and I will give you guys an update when I'm done. My sincerest apologies, folks, but I've had a lot of technical difficulties while making this video. If you've been watching this far, I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. That was a quick clip of my strawberries. I didn't get a chance to show you how I planted it because my phone died and I didn't time things right and didn't prepare properly. So here I am getting the blueberry plants ready. I'm adding the sulfur to acidify the soil, and then I will move on to the other stuff. Obviously, after I finished charging my phone, I didn't turn the mics back on, so that's the point of this voiceover. So I just planted blueberries, not realizing my mic wasn't on, so I guess I'll have to do a voiceover on all that. In this pot, I'm going to plant the raspberry. I have not seen any videos on this. I have no experience. I don't know. So I'm not going through the rehydrating process. I'm just going to plant it straight in. It's still a little moist in this bag. Adding some potting soil. So for the strawberries in the videos that I saw, talked about how I shouldn't bury the crown. Wish my phone wasn't charging at the time so that I could go through it with you, but I'm sure there will be other opportunities in the future. Um, I don't see any type of crown substance for these raspberries, so I'm not going to worry about it. But I bring it up because I just read something about the grapes, how I'm not supposed to bury it past a certain point. So hopefully I did a good job this time, and hopefully it does something. But that's it for the raspberry. So right here is where I planted my very first grape plant, and nothing happened. And then through cleanup, I accidentally broke the stem off. So I don't know if the roots are still okay and if there's a chance to save it. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do is plant the kiwi in here. So here's the kiwi. Just read the back real quick, and it talks about the same thing as far as not planting it too deep and making sure the crown is above the soil level. So very similar to the strawberry and what I've just learned about the grapes. Maybe that's why the grapes didn't do anything. I buried them too low. But just from looking at it, I'm assuming this is the crown. I don't really know though. Roots are everywhere. Perlite for drainage. Some more potting soil. All right, in here, you guessed it, I'm gonna be planting my potatoes. So I got this filled up with the leaves. I used some of the soil that I dug up for the grape. I got some perlite and now the potting mix. So I got red Norland and Yukon Gold. Just from sitting in my basement for a couple of weeks, this is what they look like. So I'm going to put one here. One here. And one here. I've got two left. What am I going to do with them? Well, let's just go ahead and put them in the raised garden bed and see what happens. Yukon Gold is planted. Next is the red Norland. Paid $3.99 for each of these. Ooh, look, there's information on the inside. Wish I would have read that before I started. I don't know if it's supposed to look like that or if it's developing some mold. but there's some white furry stuff on there. And I got these two things right here, and then this big one on the other side. Which way should I face it? I chose the big one. And then same thing, got two more that I will put in the raised garden bed just to see what happens. If I were better prepared, I would have had the cardboard box ready. There was an episode of the Gardening Channel with James Prigioni that he planted potatoes in a cardboard box that I wanted to try. Yeah. Nope. No, thank you. Because? Huh? You know what you can do?
What?
Can you get some water, please, so we can water these in? Please and thank you. You need the what? No, get the watering can. Watering can. Watering can. Get the watering can, please. So, while I'm on the subject of potatoes, I also used to frequently watch. No, I don't want to use the hose. I want to use the pool water. So please go get the pool water.
Okay.
Thank you. As I was saying, while we're on potatoes, I used to frequently watch. What is his name? Self-Sufficient Me. I believe his name is Mark. And if memory serves me correctly, he was growing potatoes off of hay bales. So hopefully I do okay with this, with actual potting mix.
I don't want to do it.
You don't want to do it anymore? All right, well, thank you for helping. So this is what they look like in the raised garden bed. I have a red potato here and there, and then the Yukon Gold, two of them right here. Same thing, just covering it up with potting soil.
Why?
Because. Round and around and around and around. The weather was beautiful. Just a matter of a few hours and it's colder and windier. All right.
Can I put some in?
All right, very awesome. So I got everything planted that I wanted to get planted so far. Final thing I'm gonna do. So right here I'm applying some bone meal. Bone meal is good for phosphorus. And in this bucket, I have worm castings. Some for the strawberries. Some for the kiwi. Snickers, get out of there. The new blueberry plant. The raspberry. Get some on these potatoes. No. Out. I'll save a tiny bit more just in case I need it for anything else. But that's all I'm going to do. Snickers, get out of there, man. Come here. Come on. Snickers, come here. Come here, dog. There you go. No. Now I'm just going to work all that in. Other side. All right, the final thing I'm doing today is watering everything in. Strawberries. This is the raspberry. The blueberry. The kiwi. The grape. And the beds. So I'm just going to do a final walkthrough of everything. These are the potato bags. I got red potatoes and Yukon Gold. This is the new raised garden bed. And because I had a couple of potatoes left over, I just planted them in here. This is the raspberry. This is the new blueberry. These are what the strawberries look like. If I can get a closer look, I was trying to not bury the crown. I don't know, I don't have the most confidence in these, but I put 1, 2, 3 in here. And I had another pot, same thing, 1, 2, and 3. That one I kind of pulled up. I couldn't really tell where the crown was up here. 1, 2, and 3. So hopefully at least one of these works. This is the kiwi. He doesn't want to hold on to that. He keeps getting blown and getting attaching to that. I don't want him climbing on that. Stay here. We'll see what happens. And this is the grape. So I dug a hole probably a lot deeper than I should have, and I actually read the box. It said something, same thing to the similar to the strawberry, to not bury the crown. I couldn't really tell, so hopefully that's good enough. But yeah. And these are the amended beds. So if you've been following, you would have seen all those leaves. I just kind of stuck them wherever, in the compost bin, in the leaf mold bin, and on all the worm bins I added some, and then in all those pots I added some. But yep, I amended the soil, so it should be good to go. So I lastly wanted to talk about what I'm going to plant and where I'm going to plant it. So of all the things that you've already seen, all the lettuces and spinach and root vegetables and whatnot, the reason why I built this trellis was because of my green beans last year. So I plan to grow green beans again utilizing this trellis. I also wanted to do something with the three sisters. So maybe I might have to switch that up, but I'll probably have some squash in here and then some corn. But the whole point of the squash and the corn was for the green beans to climb up the corn. And I don't want the corn to shade anything out, but that's why I have the potatoes over there underneath the willow tree. Apparently they do okay in the shade. But my plan was to grow corn over in this area. So yeah, we'll see. And all of my root vegetables, I really want to get some beets going. I really want to make all this lettuce work. So yeah, we shall see. That is all for today, folks. Thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to try my best to make this the 1 year anniversary YouTube post. So thank you all. Hopefully my channel will continue to grow. It has been growing slowly. But yeah, so follow along, see what I can do, and hopefully you can do it too. So thank you all very much. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.